is, what ingredient did Nick, excuse me, use to mix into the oxy?
I was trying to figure that out.
To mix,
you know what?
I don't. The oxy and that ingredient together. What was the ingredient that he used?
Personally, I don't know what that is. I was trying to figure out last night. It said it on there, but I forgot what it said, to be honest with you. So I'm going to have to re-look that one up. Because I really don't know that one, because even during the show I was trying to figure out, because I don't know much about what he was doing, but I understand what he was doing.
Used,
oh, I know what he used now. I remember now. Okay. They said it. They said it in Talking Dead after. So I know what he used.
And the last one is, what relation is Pablo to Luciana? Pablo? Yeah, Pablo.
Hey, Pablo. Pablo.
I can't really say him too much.
Hey, no. I didn't get stumped, Nikki. I know the answer now. I know the answer to that.
What relation is Pablo to Luciana?
Yeah, I got that one too now.
Yeah, but they're pretty easy.
It's not that I got stumped, Nikki. I just kind of forgot that they said what it was on the Talking Dead. Nikki's saying that I got stumped, but on the Talking Dead they said what it was. When I was watching the show, I didn't know what they were mixing with it.
Oh, really? They said what it was?
Yeah, they said.
I never watched the Talking Dead.
Yeah, on the Talking Dead they said what it was, but I really didn't know.
So that's the right after the Fear of the Walking Dead comes on is my the Strain. So that's when Talking Dead's on. I have to watch the Strain.
Yeah, I know that's one of your favorites. Is the Strain?
So I'll get those trivia questions wrote in the comments.
Yeah.
On speaker there for everybody.
Yeah, you picked some good ones, because you kind of got me on that one. You kind of got me on that one because I didn't remember till after, when I said that I had watched the only reason I know is because I watched Talking Dead after, because during the show I couldn't figure out what it was. I was sitting there going, what is it? Hey, make sure I'm watching this right here, Nicona and Brooke. Make sure you put your likes on there for us. They know how I am about those likes. Make sure you put the likes on for us. And Julie,
everybody,
hopefully,
press the like button, please.
Yeah, Julie, hopefully you're still listening. I wish this internet thing in my neighborhood we could figure the darn internet out so we wouldn't have it in. But check this out real quick, guys, before we go into our next segment. I'm gonna play all three of the intros that Chris Stevenson did for us. So shout out to Chris Stevenson and shout out to his group. Brooke, if you could write that on there, that'd be awesome. The name of his group, it's True Horror Junkies. And he's awesome. So go to his page, check him out. Check it out. This is for Saturday. This is for the Jam.
You're listening to the Jam with Ike Dog.
That is so cool. And then here's for Scream Theater on Friday. That's with Brooke and Nikki.
Welcome to Scream Theater with Brooke and Nikki. You're listening to Fear TWD with Ike, Deborah, and Brooke.
Isn't that so cool, Deborah?
Yes, it is.
That's
You're listening to Fear TWD.
I played it again. Sorry, Deborah.
with Ike, Deborah,
I like it
and
too.
Brooke.
I just like the way he does it. It's so cool when he does it.
Yeah, he does. He does a really good job.
Yeah, it's every time I hear it, I get all excited when he says our names.
Now all I need is a new one, but I'm going to try to find somebody that can sing it.
Oh yeah, you need one for the country one. I started doing the drops, and then when I moved, I put my studio in storage right now, just because I didn't want to mess everything up, because we're trying to clean up our house a little bit and get it a little more organized. So I haven't brought my studio out, but I'm going to set up my studio, and then I'm gonna start uploading the drops for everybody. So it'll be pretty cool once I do some drops for everybody, so that if they want to play them, they could play them on their shows. But I'm gonna do drops for every podcast.
Well, that would be great.
And then that way I could still do, because I need to start doing commercials too for different things. So it sounds cool. So we're going to get into Fear TWD. We're going to be bringing Brooke on in a few minutes. So before we bring her on, I want to kind of talk about the beginning of Fear TWD, and I want to see what you thought about that, because how they went back in time, and where they left us at, they kind of went back about 20 or 30 minutes from the start, and I wanted to see how you felt about that.
You're talking about where they were inside, where they were at, fighting off the zombies?
Yeah, you remember...
what you're talking about?
Yeah, what I wanted to bring... Yeah, okay, so... Elisa...
They left us hanging in the last episode of that.
Yeah, I remember they had... At the end of last week, they had banged on the door, and
right.
Strand and the mom let him in the room.
Oh right, yes, yes.
And then
kind of like they left out Strand and I can never think of her name. It's awful.
Oh, Madison,
yes.
Yeah.
They left. It's like they didn't want to. The writers didn't want us to know what happened. They were waiting. I don't know why. I mean, that's the way I see that. But it was a little strange.
Yeah, they went
it the way they did.
Yeah, they went about 20 minutes back into the episode, which I thought was kind of strange, because they had already got together. You know, they had already been reunited.
Right.
And then they went back in the episode, so I was like, oh, this is kind of weird. But it all turned out okay. We understood how
it all played out together.
Yeah. So. And then the other thing that I brought up with you before we bring, and I had talked to Brooke earlier about this, is what's the deal with Ophelia? Why is she still missing? And when she was in that motel with them, and then they basically went room by room looking for everybody. So
right, she took off.
Is she? You know,
she took off in the truck, didn't she? Did she take Strand's truck?
Maybe so, I'm guessing. I
think he did, because he thought, in the episode, he thought Alicia and Ophelia. Last in the zombie apocalypse or not.
Yeah.
We just board up my old country home and stay there. I wouldn't venture out anywhere.
Yeah. We lost a couple seconds right there, but I guess that's my internet, guys. So tonight I apologize about my internet. I had talked to...
the internet's ended again?
Yeah, Julie, thank you for letting us know. Please, Julie, put a thing on speaker for us. Say hi to us. Anyway, but thank you for letting me know. On my end, we're back on, but we lost signal again for a second. But sometimes we have internet problems, guys. The last 2 nights, for some reason in my neighborhood, cable has said that we were having internet problems in our neighborhood. So I'm doing my best to keep up with the internet on my end. So... And I know it's something late. I always have to go on late to get clear internet over here. It's the craziest thing, the way the internet gets knocked around. But we're live right now. We got 100% as far as I know. Yeah, thank you, Julie. I appreciate it. We hear you again. Thank you, Nicole and Brooke, too. I appreciate that. So, okay, so I'm going to have to go back and I'm going to have to look. We were just talking about Ophelia, because Ophelia is missing, and I didn't know she had took Strand's vehicle. So that was news to me, to be honest with you.
That's what I understood Strand to say. Because, I mean, I may have misunderstood, but that's what I thought. You know, that's what he said.
Yeah. So we got...
Because they were planning on leaving, correct? I thought they were planning on leaving, getting out of there.
Eventually...
They were looking for supplies to begin with.
Yeah.
Last episode?
Yeah. Eventually they were trying to get out of there. But I don't...
You know, this episode, they were cleaning out the hotel, you know, so they could stay there. Like a fort, like Alexandria.
Yeah. And we'll get into it.
That was what I gathered out of it.
We'll get into it more with Brooke when we get Brooke online about the Walker thing, because it was a pretty good idea, but we'll talk more about that here in a second. So I'm going to go into a real quick song. You're live on Fear TWD every Tuesday right now. You can check us out. Make sure it's IKE DIAZ, Brooke Beagley, and Nakona Miller. Deborah Scarberry, sorry about that. Nakona Miller's on the sports show, guys. So, and she's on Scream Theater. So I'm used to saying her name too when we're live on the air. So, and don't forget, in October we'll be live back with IKE DIAZ and Julie Gett with TWD. But we are looking for writers and we are looking for promoters for that. So make sure you check that out. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait for the show to come back. So we are live right now. I'm going to go into a song. When we come back, we're going to have the awesome Brooke Beagley with us, and we're going to recap. We're going to go into our next segment. We're going to recap the show. I just wanted to go into a couple little scenes that I was kind of confused about, and then let's have a good time. We'll be right back, okay? I'll be right back, Deborah.
Working part-time in a 5 and dime. My boss was Mr. McGee. He told me several times that he didn't like my kind, 'cause I was a bit too leisurely. It seemed that I was busy doing something close to nothing, but different than the day before. That's when I saw her. Ooh, I saw her. She walked in through the outdoor. She wore a raspberry beret, the kind you find in a second-hand store. Raspberry beret, and if it was warm, she wouldn't wear much more. Raspberry beret, I think I love her. Built like she was, she had the nerve to ask me if I plan to do any harm. So let me, I put her on the back of my bike and we went riding down by old man Johnson's farm. I said, now overcast days never turn me on, but something about the clouds in her mix. She wasn't too bright, but I could tell when she kissed me, she knew how to get a kiss. She wore a raspberry beret, the kind you find in a second-hand store. Raspberry beret, and if it was warm, she wouldn't wear much more. Raspberry beret, I think I love her. Rain sounds so cool when it hits the bottom groove, and our horses wonder who you are. Thunder drowns out, but the lightning sees. How do you feel like a movie star? Listen, they say the first time is the greatest, but I tell ya, never had the chance to do it all again. I wouldn't change a stroke, 'cause baby, I'm the most she was then. Lord,